So you might be wondering why I'm not in the woods and I'm standing in front of the Family Dollar. It's because we need some stuff from the Family Dollar for today's video. That's why. And what we're gonna need is Doritos. Are Doritos the ultimate survival item? A bunch of these. Ooh. And maybe some spicy ones just to spice up our life. Doritos? Really, Dan? Yeah, really. Please bear with me just for this video, and I think you're gonna get the point by the end. Survival is all about the 4 priorities: fire, water, shelter, and food. And now of those priorities, one thing that we can scrap right away is the whole shelter thing. Unless you're gonna use the Dorito bag and put it over your head and breathe, there's really nothing that is going to help us with shelter. But the other 3, we can do something with that bag of Doritos. All right, so food, of course, is going to be the #1 because this is food. We can eat this food. So when we think about food, there's macro and micronutrients. Macronutrients are where we get our calories from: protein, carbs, and fats. Micronutrients are all our vitamins and minerals. In a survival type situation, we're primarily gonna focus on that protein, carbs, and fats, because that's where we're gonna get our calories from. Now, the thing is, when it comes to survival, we focus all the time on how do we secure fish, how do we secure frogs, snakes, game, small game, big game, medium-sized game, and all of that is gonna fall into that protein category. And in the wintertime, especially somewhere like here in Pennsylvania, it is very hard to secure a lot of fat or secure any carbohydrates. And that's where this comes into play. So if we look at the nutritional facts here, we have 10 servings per container. Each serving has 8 grams of fat, 18 grams of carbohydrates, and 2 grams of protein. So you're not getting too much protein out of this, but you're getting a lot of fat and a lot of carbs per serving. So in this whole bag, you just sit and kill this whole bag, 80 grams of fat. And in carbohydrates, 180 grams of carbohydrates. So if you know what you're doing and you can get a protein source out here and you add this to it, you really are doing pretty good. I mean, if you're starving to death, who wouldn't want 80 grams of fat and 180 grams of protein? So although it's a little bit obnoxious to think you're gonna carry this around, if you add this to your meat source, it's definitely viable for a survival type situation. Now on to fire. So although we can't just like make a fire by rubbing 2 Doritos together, they do burn. The oils on the Doritos, they burn. So if we use an open flame source like a lighter, it burns. So they are a fire starter. So with a little bit of patience, you can definitely get one of these things burning with an open flame. Easy breezy on that one. Now, ferrocerium rod. So I would say that is somewhat of a success with the ferro rod. It seemed like crushing it down was just not the best thing, but it was going, but then the wind was putting it out. Mediocre, 2 thumbs down. And then last but not least, water. So of course, Doritos themselves aren't gonna give us water. We need a container, but if we had a lot of Doritos, can we boil water with Doritos? Let's find out. Step 1, place down the bottle. step 2, remove the snow and then replace the bottle. So at this point, what I can say is these are an absolute pain to get lit. I mean, it takes a while. So I'm gonna have to just go and light all these little edges all down through here, all over here. It's burning, wind direction's right. So I think we're gonna be good. Doritos are burning behind. I can say it took a lot longer on that lighter than I really expected, but now that it's going, I mean, it is going. And it stinks. Ugh. Once we get into stage 2, I think we should go with the spicy nacho. It's gonna heat it up a little bit. All right, so at this point, it stinks real bad. Almost everything's burning. And I'm very hesitant to start the second bag because I feel like it's important that we really push this to its limit. I mean, there's already small little bubbles on the inside. Now we're looking for a rolling boil, but man, I don't want to throw the second bag on. I'm definitely going to say by 2 bags this would be boiled. But can we do it with 1? Nobody's going to know yet. All right, I'm going with the second bag. I can't. It's making me nervous. It's making me nervous. Fuel that fire, baby. Fuel that fire. So excited. It is like, it's there. It's there. Look. Here we go. Boiling, baby. Look at that. Bing, bang, boom. You have a water boil, we started a fire, and we ate some Doritos. So listen, I know that this video is like far-fetched, that it's not realistic that you're gonna carry Doritos along with you. But if you really break it down and we think about the survival priorities we talk about all the time, the techniques from fire starting to boiling water to just understanding what food is all about and how our body uses it, it's really a good exercise and it's a different way of thinking about stuff. Plus, it's fun. And if we're not having fun out here, what's the sense of even doing it? So although I don't truly believe and I don't suggest anybody just carry Doritos as a survival type item, we did make it work. We made it work in different applications. Obnoxious, yes, but it worked. But I still would never carry these things in a survival scenario. Maybe a little bag to munch on in the woods, but I would never, ever carry these things as the #1 item. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, check us out at Coalcracker, and until the next video, no more Doritos for me. See you in the woods, and stay in the woods.